something with my hair. But so instead of doing the zodiacs for this month, because that's not gonna happen, to be honest with you guys, I will give you the predictions for November. But how I will help, I will do a pick a card or pick a stack, whatever you want to call it, right? So if you should know how these things go. But this is about what we need to hear right now. What situations are we dealing with right now, and what do we need to hear? Almost like, spiritual message. What do you need to know from that's going on all around, and how can we solve it, and what's going on? So, and as usual, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and let's do this. All right, so I just want to give you a full view to be able to choose. Of course, like Shania the Divine always say, take your time, breathe in, breathe out, figure out which one you want to choose and go with. We got the first group, which is the Selenite group, or the tarot deck that we have too. Also is the Everyday Beginners Tarot deck. We have, for group 2, we have Red Jasper sitting on top of Crystal Visions Tarot. For group 3, we have Soda Light sitting on top of Cat People's Tarot. So, of course, take your time, figure out which one you would like to choose, and we'll go from there. Timestamps will be in the description below or the comments. Okay, group 1, the Selenite group. Let's see what we got going on. So far, this month of August, let's see what's going on so far. This month of October, October has just begun. Also, side note, sorry for the white noise back here. I do have my fan on, and I just can't be hot. So, let's see what's going on. What message is there for you for October 2020? Okay, so group 1. Turn my fan off for this. I couldn't do it. Group 1. So, the message that's going on so far here is that, okay, even though we're in a retrograde right now, which is Mars retrograde, you're not having that many setbacks, honestly. And it seems like you have assessed your situation a lot different, a lot more logically and different from different aspects to be able to take charge and do what you need to do. We have the Chariot and we have the 6 of Wands here. And we also have the 6 of Swords. So that means there's some 4 of 4s coming behind here. So you're turning that Aries energy to push it forward. And for all I know, you could be an Aries as well, too. So this could be why you're also pushing forward with certain things. Physically, you're pushing forth with a lot here in October so far in 2020 and, for the rest of the month. We have the 6 of Swords here. So it seems like, okay, we got passion. We have communication. So a lot is flowing here. We got the leadership thing going on here. So we're just doing our thing. Now, the problem is that that you are or you will run into for the month of October is that we have the Star here. So this is the problem here. We're giving too much energy to something. So now, okay, you're doing the Aries thing. You're taking charge. You're taking that leadership. You got the Chariot. You got the Wands. You got the Swords. Everything seems aligned. But I don't think you realize the problem here is that you could run into a problem where you're leading too much. So this is a leadership role that's going on here, or a leadership thing that has come into play or position for your life here so far in October. So the problem would be is that, are you leading too much? Are you leading the blind? Because it might be that people just don't agree with the way you lead, and that's just honestly how it goes down. So be it, right? But, that won't get you down too long, because we do have the King of Pentacles here. So, it seems like you're just taking a charge. Like I said, you're not really letting this phase you. Like I said, just be careful of who you're leading. Be careful of being a false leader as well, even though you're not lying or false about anything particularly. But still make sure that people are not... Make sure people know that you're leading by example and not leading by, don't do everything I do. That's what you're telling people. Don't do everything I do. If you do everything I do, it's not going to work out for you. Which is, plain and honest and simple, to be honest. We have the Ace of Swords here. So we're getting a lot of swords that are popping up here. So communication is key. Since you are in a leadership role right now, communication is going to be a big thing. So the problem is we have this Ace of Swords in reverse. So the problem that we have here is that, like I said, communication can be a problem. People cannot be taking your tone. I don't know why invoices in my head, or maybe even maybe even not. Maybe someone did not like the invoice that you sent them if you're running a business or something, or the invoice. I mean, and if you think of invoice as something that's received that you sent out. So maybe that is why as well I'm hearing invoice, because maybe what you sent out was not received well. You know, what your invoice was. You know, we have the Nine of Cups coming in here. And with the Empress here, also in October, we have a lot of growth. And that's also what I'm seeing too, a lot of internal growth. You have finally stopped the self-doubting. You have finally stopped believing what the people say. Because, I mean, yeah, people can tell you about your flaws and all, but some people are not really here for your good benefit here. So you realize and you trust right over that, and you just, you know, you were going to deal with that. You have things that you're trying to work on, things that you're growing. You're trying to keep as much money for yourself as you can, as well as move yourself up in a higher position. This is also giving me, of course, moving up position energy, promotion energy, especially since you've been doing so well working from home, you know, even though it's not an easy task. You have kids at home with you. You have a kid on the way as well. And so, I mean, you have to take that leadership role and do what needs to be done. And I mean, so be it. You have to keep grounded and stick to your emotions and stay grounded within your emotions and tell them, you know, this is what we're going to do and this is how I'm going to do it, because, you know, you're not going to keep running over me. So it's all about respect. This is definitely a respect matter here. So especially it really gives me more of recognition, reputation, respect going on here for October that you're really striving for. And this is for yourself, but this is also to prove people that they cannot, you know, really judge from your actions or what you've done in the past, because you're not that same person. So, you know, you're going to notice a lot of people gravitating towards you. It might bring the BS, but they, you know, they're going to learn real quick that you're not the one, and that you've definitely grown from the person that they knew who you were. People just can't keep judging based off that, you know. There's more pages that are written in your book to, you know, to be filled. Then we have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords, like I said, communication. We even got the communication in the diagonal on this spread. So it's definitely coming into communication. We also have Pentacles, so that's grounding yourself. And then we have the Wands, which is a lot of motivation, fire. So we got a lot of fire, earth, and air elements here. Not too much of water elements. If a water element seems to pop in, it's more of justifying over how you felt from what you did through the other three elements, you know? So, I mean, people, it's just almost like if people don't get it, oh well, you know? Nobody's going to sit there and explain. That's why I said this is a lot of Aries energy, a lot of moving fast, moving forward. We don't have time to dwell on who I was and what I've done. So people need to learn to stop judging you based off that and move on from that. So, and if they don't, I mean, oh well too, you know what I'm saying? But you just kind of want them to better benefit and move on and stop thinking about you and worrying about you when you have other stuff to do, you know? And then we have, after that, we have the Seven of Pentacles, right, with the Page of Pentacles reversed. So that's why I said it's a problem here. Don't tend to too much of everyone, even though, okay, you're playing this leadership position, right? Like I said, be careful not to lead the blind. Take care of your crops and lead who needs to be leaded at that time. But just because you're a leader does not mean you need to lead people forever, you know what I'm saying? So just be careful what you're tending into in your garden. What situations are you tending to more than others? Should you waste your time trying to explain yourself? Or should you, you know, I don't know, you know, just walk away and just do what you want to do, because you're going to have to do what you do regardless, you know. Them if you do, them if you don't. So you're just going to do what you got to do. But some of you in this group will fall for this tactic, because you might feel like you do need to help this person, and this person could be a very close person that could need your help. This could be a best friend, a close family member. This is someone very close to you that can get access to leadership from you more easily than most people would. So this can cause a slowdown in production of what you are trying to bring out within your reputation, in your respect, in your leadership. You don't want people to, you know, respect you based off of you, of this helping the need thing, and that's not what you're going for. You're really just trying to help yourself, and it's not even selfish. It's more about independence. So nobody wants to really waste time on other people that don't want to be independent. Your problem will be that you will run into a lot of dependent people. So being a leader, you know, that's natural and it's okay, but do not fall short for the people that literally want you to do all the work and you are not getting anything done yourself, you know? So don't make sure you rise above that and don't play the fool. And some of you will rise above that and will not play the fool. You will see things for what it is. You know for things what it is. You learned this lesson before. So make sure you don't fall for this lesson again, no matter if they are a close friend. This close friend asks you for stuff every time to help them out. How many times you gonna keep helping them out? You know what I'm saying? So you can't be sitting here broke, or you can't be sitting here helpless and then everybody's up and you're down. You learned this before. You've seen how this go down before, especially because you have a big heart group, number one. So, you know, in October is going to be testing to see if you're going to let that heart get in the way. That's why that Page of Wands is upright, because you're standing that ground of how you felt and how you feel and how you're going to feel for the rest of the time. So don't let nobody manipulate that and play you, because like I said, no more games. We got the Fool card right next to the Devil card. So think about it, and both up right now. So that means you triumph right over the BS. You triumph right over the same routine. Even people always talk about the toxic cycles with relationships and all this, but nobody talks about it with friendships. And this is coming off with, and also, you like I said, work environment. That's why I said this can be a coworker as well. Someone that always gets that close access to you. So, and that's really all tying in at the end of October there. But once that passes over, you will be back on your pinnacle, grounding yourself. So we got the Four of Pentacles here, of course. Working on grounding ourselves here and doing what needs to be done. I mean, the work is going to flow. The money's going to flow. Now, ending that October for you, Group 1, we do have a big change happening here. Yes, yes, yes. We have the Death card in reverse. I honestly, this is big, but it's not detrimental. This is a closing cycle, leaving October for you guys. For October for you guys, closing this cycle means losing more friends. And I know you're thinking, it's like everyone's been cutting people off all doggone year. And it's like, how many people I got left to cut off? But you'll be surprised by the people you have to cut off. Even a coworker, even a friend that has got to, even an acquaintance that has passed the point of what an acquaintance is into a friend. Or maybe you guys have messed around or something like that. So it's time to start putting your foot down and letting them know, nah, I'm not into playing these games anymore. I'm not into leading the blind. You know, I can't do it. You're going to have to open your eyes and do it for yourself, you know. So for the overall October that's going on, Group 1 for you, we have summer. So when you think of summer, what do you think about? You think about hot. You think about things growing as well. You know, the sunflower and everything. Think about hot, speed, determination, fire element. So there's a lot of growth that is expanding and showing in front of people. Like right now, like you peaked your growth, but now your growth is flowing through you, and that was flowing through you effortlessly. I cannot talk tonight, but make sure you have that security by your side. Just because the communication, and sometimes you might get knocked off your feet just a little bit, do not let this security stay in reverse. Flip the security upright, because you do need to make sure you are secure. Remind yourself that you are more secure than you really think you are. In all reality, look at all the things you've done and look at where you are now. Be thankful for the house you're in. Be thankful for the car you got. Show gratitude to yourself because you did that work yourself. You know what I'm saying? And of course, with the help of the universe, spirit guides, all who you have in your spiritual team. But, you know, you do have to give yourself props. Stop not giving yourself props. We also have the clearance card in reverse. It is time to clean out. It's time to clean them out again. It's time to, like I said, stand your ground, clean them out again. Because October is going to be leaving you with you cutting off more friends. And it's not even you cutting off these friends. Let me break that down. It's not even you cutting off these friends. These friends are cutting you off. And it's not in terms of you being a fake friend. It's just because you're not serving what they want, and you just can't keep doing that. You know, you just elevate it higher than that. That's low vibrational stuff if you choose to continue to stay in that same mode, because guess what? You're not staying in the same mode. You're no longer in incubation. You're out here, and look at that. I see colors, so you know. A fire element here. We got yellow and, you know, reddish orange. So that's a lot of fire element, a lot of determination. And like I said, security also will remind you of grounding, pentacles. So that's why that security is reversed, and we have that Page of Pentacles in reverse a couple times here, is because a couple times you will get knocked off your feet. And it's just due to you standing your ground, and this is being a test. So Are you going to stand your ground? Are you going to keep going? Because you are, and you have to, you know. It can be delayed all you want, but you have to do what you have to do, group one. So, see how we take it, So group one, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. All that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. All right, group two, Crystal Visions group, aka Jasper group. Jasper's for grounding as well. So let's see what's going on for you, group two. Let's see what's going on. Well, okay, all right. Group two, sorry for the white fan, by the way. So sorry if I'm just yelling, but I said white fan. White noise, which is the fan. My God, So, cards flew out already for you, group two. Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So, beginning of October, as we've seen, yes, I had missed a couple days. We do see that, okay, you came in a little rocky, right? You came in a little rocky, and my left hand is itching. Wow, how devastating. So you came in a little rocky, right? Felt like maybe financially you wasn't stable. It just felt like it was just all over the place, to be honest. It just felt like, okay, wasn't making that much money or wasn't getting enough hours. Also, some reason my personal life is kind of falling apart. Me and my spouse is bickering. Me and my family is bickering. I don't understand what's going on. I know, right? Group two. I understand. But this is what happened. You end up gaining that strength this past week, or right now, you ended up gaining that strength here, and you realize you just got to boss up. Like, this really was your boss up situation where you were just like, okay, why is my life falling apart? I don't understand what's going on. Why everybody got a problem with me, or why everybody's trying to pick with me. Whole time, it's just, retrograde, right? So, and retrograde could possibly for this going on right now. Retrograde seems like, as I'm pulling out cards, water element. So, retrograde could be affecting the romance houses. This could be affecting 5th, 6th house, no, 5th house, 7th house. I would say 6. It could be it could be affecting 6 because this daily routine as well that was being affected and is actually being affected. So your 5th through 7th house is having an issue. So 5th through 7th, to see where Aries lie in that chart, in your birth chart, and you'll see. You have the 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups in reverse. So what are you unsure about? Are you unsure about this relationship? Because that's definitely what's coming to mind as well, too. You had to boss up. You bossed up with the money. That's not hard. You're going to bounce back from, whatever. Sorry when I do like that. When I breathe like that, spirit gives me that feeling. So I'm just like pulling and going. And we got Cups again. So there's a lot of emotional aspects here. This is the water tapping in here, okay? And what's funny? You could be also dealing with group one. Group one is dealing with leadership, and they're not having the emotional tie. So that means this could be bouncing off as well if you're dating a group one who is dealing with leadership, and you guys are dealing with problems where you're feeling like you're being led blindly, and group one could be leading you blindly. But it's depending on the person. It doesn't seem this is harmful. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I'm just asking, what is the unclarity about? Is it the direction that your relationship is going? Because we're having some reversals going on here. A lot of reversals going on here. It's like you felt like you was on cloud 9 with this relationship. And this could be a friendship as well. Friendships are relationships. But I'm definitely picking up on a couple here I'm feeling. Or, definitely, yeah, a couple here. I was about to say twin flame as well. This could be twin flame. You could be dating your twin flame as well, because this is very emotional and it's kind of ripping apart here. It's just that you felt like you were on cloud 9. This was honeymoon phase. You guys were cupcaking, all this good stuff. And now everything's going to... So it's like... Why are you putting in a lot of effort as well? It seems like both ends are kind of putting efforts on where they know they can excel in the relationship. It seems like the focus, yes, we know what the focus is and what the problem is in the relationship, right? But it seems like every time you guys confront this issue, you guys end up having problems. And this is where we get the Wands in reverse in the Knight of Swords. So it's like whenever you guys talk about this big problem, it just like it clashes. It's clashing. It's causing problems. People are not understanding. People are talking over one another. Boundaries are being pushed a little bit, you know. The only upright about the emotions right now is you have the Four of Cups here right now. The Four of Cups coming in, and that could be into this week, that you're feeling secure in somewhat of something, of just the idea of being in a relationship and being comforted in that way is fulfilling you. It's fulfilling to know that you do love this person. And this person does love you too. But it just seems like it's just turning. With the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know, I've been thinking about Aquarians all day. So this could be an Aquarius you dealing with as well. That is turning the motions here. Even though this is a lot of water elements here. Like I said, now you could be dealing with, definitely this major key, majority of y'all in group 2 could be dealing with a water sign. So that means you could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. Also, we do have a lot of fire going on here. Like I said, this is why I feel like group 1 is bouncing off. You have some wands coming in here. So this is feeling like you guys keep hitting a creative block. It's like 1 minute you feel like everything is okay. You guys are all good. It's all good in the hood. You meet it with your girls. You meet it with your guys. And you tell them, oh, we're good now. No worries. We're good. You know, it's just a little hump in the road. Whole time the hump was never fixed. You guys just went home and just shacked up about it. And things really didn't get solved. It's more in the security of being in a relationship than rather working on it at this point, because you guys both feel like, do you want to let it go? Do you want to waste time? Do you want to go deal with other people? Do you really see yourself laying up in the bed with another person? Right? So it's changing. Things are slowly changing. Then we have more communication issues here. So we have a lot of swords here too as well. So communication could also, this person, so it's a lot mixing in. And this is the group, which I understand that. We're going to see if we're going to pull more, if it's pulling more towards fire or air. I'm getting air too. That's probably why Aquarius came up in my mind as well, because we have another block. So like I said, when you guys go home, shack up or whatever, and everything is good, right? Everything's good in the hood. You're cooking breakfast and all this good stuff. And then we run into the problem again. Why do we keep running into this problem? Because it's more complaining than action being done. Because, again, you guys do not want to separate, which is understandable. You know, it is a relationship. It's not just an up and leave thing. The problem is understanding, being understood and being heard as well. And it's going for both ends. And it seemed like somewhat in a way you guys both have the same mentality and the same goal, but it seemed like it's diversing. And you guys are not the same people you were anymore. So eventually you're going to, you know, call upon being that Queen of Cups, take charge of these emotions that has been everywhere. And someone's just going to do something about it. And it could be you that's going to do something about it and just be like, look, either we can break this off or we can break this off. I mean, unless you want, you know, I heard in my head too, y'all. I mean, y'all probably say it too. We can break this off. We can just keep shacking up and pretending like, you know, nothing's wrong. But you know the best decision would be to walk away. And, you know, and look at that sword. So this is, I'm possibly picking up an air sign definitely on this. Water or air. Air signs as well. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So this is why there's a lot of conversation going on here back and forth. It's just a lot of problems. So are you going to choose to walk away? Because you will choose to walk away and will have to walk away. So, you know, you will have to walk away. You guys will have to eventually come to terms of what's going on here. So really last week of August, be expecting yourself to be probably walking away from a relationship. And, you know, whew. And we got, boy. We got the Nine of Cups after that. The Five of Swords in reverse after that. So it's peaceful serenity knowing that you had to do what you had to do to break it off. Because you don't have no problem bossing up. And why I say that? Because you do have the Strength card in the beginning. You can overcome things. Things might throw you off like a real good and make you stay very confused with that Neptune energy. You know, giving that confusion there. But you know, you get back on your A game. You know you that chick, you know you that guy, you know you that dude, you know you that king, that queen, you know, you gotta run your life and do your thing. So, you know, the communication is just, it's funny. So what's funny is here is that you boss up, right? Because when I double look at the card, I'm like, dang, You bossed up, right? But this is the problem. This relationship doesn't end just so peacefully. And not saying this will be drama, but you guys will not stop the communication. Why you guys will not stop the communication? Because this has become karmic. So that's why at the same time, that's why I keep getting the twin flame here. This has, because you guys are not a bad couple. It's just, it's like, I love saying that all the time, but it's almost like you're saying to your partner, they're saying to you, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? You know what I'm saying? So, something just has to be figured out from there. But you have to move on from that and boss up. And you know that communication will, not just immediately go obsolete. And let's be honest, but you will figure out your way to maneuver that, that energy between you two and how you guys really, take on each other in an actual conversation. You know what I'm saying? So this could be a twin flame or karmic relationship going on here. I definitely wouldn't doubt it. Definitely that. And see, that's why. So for the theme of the month for October, we're pulling out the oracle cards, of course, which is wisdom. We have the feminine energy here, and I think of cups when I see feminine, because feminine is emotions, and there's nothing wrong with emotions, of course. So it's just realizing, and we got that upright as well. So it's just realizing that you can boss up. That's why that Queen of Cups go right along with it. You need to ground yourself away. Leaving this relationship means that you will be able to ground yourself. You lost yourself within this. Dealing with this twin flame, you will lose yourself time to time, because you will find yourself damn near about to beg for you guys to stay, because you really want you guys to stay together. That's why that communication has never went obsolete. But that's why you got to keep your guidance clear. You got to keep it clear. You got to understand, even tarot cards, listening to me, I'm giving you a heads up, right? This really could potentially be a long-term, and I don't want to use the word toxic because it's so overused, but dreadful sounds bad, but dreadful came to mind as well. This could be just something dreadful going on here, but it's a fun kind of dreadful, it's karmic, but the sex is so good, right? So, and wow, I put this card back when it slid out, and it came right back out upright. Secrets. So things will come along. We got the Book of Shadows. We got the secrets. We got the guidance, right? So once you keep going forward, I think this is why when I say you guys keep it cordial and you figure out how to maneuver this energy, that you will find out things about each other that you didn't find out before. Probably like right now, like you guys find out your twin flames. If you go get a twin flame reading or something like that, or not a twin flame reading, but some of them tell you. You will figure out sort of that you have a karmic relationship, even breaking down numerology and all that good stuff. So this could be one of those relationships where this is like some Sierra type 50 Cent and Sierra. I can't leave him alone. And so, I mean, but the dope boy be turning you on. So, it's not funny, but at the same time, that's literally all I'm hearing in my head. So, I mean, honestly, group 2, be ready to deal with an ex. Be ready to deal with this ex, and for them to turn into an ex, and for you to still be dealing with them. No, they won't be annoying, but this is not going to be completely pleasant as well too. Because once you guys call it quits, this is not no kind of silence and disappear. You guys will literally probably stay quiet for a couple of days, and next thing you know, you're probably trying to work things out all of a sudden. So, October will leave you with you ending up being, single, but you're not single. I'm just going to let you know that. Tell the Twitter streets that. But group 2, I hope you enjoy. And, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I see you guys later. All right, group 3. Okay, here we are, the final group. Okay, so, of course, aka the Subtle Light group, using that voice, talking, speaking, and guess what? Chose the right thing. How crazy, right? Because the first card we get is the High Priest. So, I almost say priest is low-key. So, and we got the Ten of Cups. Upright, of course, right? So, we're definitely tapping into that. Ooh, that king element. That's all on that queen element here. We're flowing. We're man, retrograde who? So we got the 10 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. So we are very emotionally secured for group 3, okay? There's no doubts. Like, this is no problems, no doubts. Like, even if any complications come towards us, you know, we understand and get everything. We're communicating effectively. We're speaking proudly. Like I said, using that throat chakra, right? So, you know, and we're in the high priest mode, you know, the first week of October, pushing into that second week of October. Oh, child. But now the problem is we got the Hangman in reverse. Now, this is where we can run into a problem here. We got a lot of power right now. It's all mine. This is all a mind thing, right? We're doing so well. We're doing so good. You're using that brain. You're thinking before speaking. You're having very intellectual conversations. But do not let that ego get to you. So the mental state could be the ego. This could be you on your spiritual journey as well, group 3. So you might have been approached by a deity, or might have been approached by God, or whoever might have approached you to work with you. Tone the ego down. Ego here, self. Don't lose it, but also don't let it override, because it can take identity and form within itself. So make sure you keep those conversations intellectual. We have the King of Cups here as well. So we do have a lot of water elements, a lot of flowing. Things are flowing so easily. Money, jobs, opportunities. Like, it's a lot just, you know, flowing here. Everything you touch is turning to water, but it's a good thing. Almost like when Noah, you know, I don't know, divided the water when Moses divided the sea. Kind of flow going on here, right? So we definitely have a lot of that going on. But like I said, now we do, after the King of Cups, like I said, we do have this King energy. But like I said, after the King of Cups, we do have the Magician in reverse. Magician, that's some mind games could be going on here. You could play tricks on your own mind. Be careful not to dilute reality or dilute the spirituality or spirit realm or 3D, 5D, 2D. This is a very intellectual thing going on here. Like, almost like, man, I know like the aura is gonna, I know it's shining bright off of me. It's a ding. It's a light bulb. This is very intellectual here. So the problem is that the mind can also be an enemy to itself. So it's all here. It seems like it's a lot of mental here. So, I mean, what house we could be tapping into? You're flowing well in the second house, which is assets, money, all that good stuff. This is 12th house energy I will go into. This is definitely some 12th house energy. The only thing I think of with spirituality, deepest, darkest fears, self-undoing. So this is, be careful. So you could be, for this retrograde, being tapped into that 12th house. So that's why everything for you seems like it's going fine. You probably not even in a relationship. Most of y'all in this group 3 could not be in a relationship as well, but you're not even in between this talking. No, you're literally not talking to one. You're single. Nobody's on your mind. It's all on your mind about what you're doing and how you're conversing and how you're elevating yourself. This is a spiritual journey kind of talk I'm having with you, group 3. So we do have the Page of Wands as well. So it's a lot of exploration going on here. A lot of exploration, a lot of being ego exploration. And ego, like I said, is not always a bad thing. This is about balancing out that ego, because the mind can be its own enemy, like I said, right? Now we got the King of Wands. So we're just opening up a lot. It's a lot opening up, a lot of and we're not talking about physical opening up. I mean, like, spiritually opening up. You're starting to notice things. You're starting to see things. I know for a lot of us right now, there's a lot of veil thinning right now. I was just talking about with some group of people about the veil thinning. So you're starting to see certain things, probably like the corner of your eyes. You're starting to see the shadows in the corner of your eyes. I'm seeing them too. You're starting to feel the presence more of spirits. You're starting to see spirits, especially if you had some people that passed on. You are starting to see them. They are coming back around. So you're having contact and everything. Even with, like I said, you're working with deities and stuff. Be careful of your ego knowing what you know. So you could have found out you were psychic this month. You could be finding out you're gifted this month. And within the next couple of weeks, you will be finding that out. So, and like I said, ego, the sun just came out. This is all about balancing that. And you see, like, we got the two people here. You know, balancing out their ego there. So this is Leo energy, and I've been feeling that anyway. This is definitely Leo energy. And on top of that, it's funny because this is my cat people deck. So I think cats, lions, all this. A lot of headstrong, a lot of that. So, and also looking at this, like I said, we have we have a lot of fire energy. We have a lot of fire energy here. So we have a lot of fire elements as well. So this could be, you could be exuding the energy of fire, which is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, so far that we see here, but as well as exuding well with the cups element, which is the water element, which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer here. So those are 2 strong elements going on so far in October for y'all. So it's a lot of intellect. A lot of intellect and a lot of spiritual realm. A lot of science being involved now. Are you understanding, and I was just talking about that, it's butterflies in my stomach. Are you understanding how much spirituality depends on science? If you did not believe in science before, do you believe in science now? Now we have the 9 of Pentacles here. So it's a lot of working on breaking down the elements of what the spiritual realm is and how you're going to dive deep into this. But what you have to understand is, you can think about how you're going to dive deep into this, but it's going to take you on this roller coaster itself and how it needs to take you and how your spirit guides, your spirit team, God wants to take you. So just understand that it's rewarding, but it can be damaging. Where, like I was just talking about with, I think group 1 being a false leader. So don't give yourself false sense of what you think spirituality is or the spiritual journey is, because this could cause you problems. Now we have the High Priest starting off in the beginning of October for you guys. And look what you're leaving off in the last week of October. The High Priestess. So you came over that balance, and we do have the four of Wands as well. I didn't mean to skip over that, but that is more fire energy as well. So it's a lot of King Leo energy. So we got fire and water is just doing its thing. So, and it's just doing its thing. It's just definitely overloaded that. So this is all definitely some intuitive, deep down, definitely a big spirit message for you. We also have the Knight of Swords. So, I mean, once that High Priestess kick in that last week of October, this is when your higher element comes in. Some of you are opening your third eye. Some of you are actually opening your mind even more. Some of you are diving deep into books. And this is just how it goes. You know, it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of studying. And you have been studying since last month, group 3. You have been diving into a little bit of things, dabbling into a little bit of things. And it actually has opened up your mind to see which way you could possibly go. So that's definitely working out for you. And then on top of that, you're communicating well back again. Like, that's never really faded anyway. We have the 9 of Swords in the beginning, and we have the Knight of Swords at the end. So, I mean, that just stays. The communication is just not strong because you're talking to people, but at the same time, this is not really happening too much. You're more talking to people in a discussion form, discussing what you have learned and what they know, and see how that compares to what you believe and what is the foundation of where this has come from, and if this makes sense or if this is even right, because it can feel so right that it feels wrong on a spiritual journey. So it's all about being very careful, because your ego can get you taken down the track of something, seeing something in your third eye that you don't need to see. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely an element, just a elemental breakdown here, spiritual breakdown, intellectual breakdown that's going on here for group 3. I mean, group 3 is always the best, ain't it? So, also, we have the Devil card upright, and we have the King of Pentacles upright, finishing off that last week of October for you. So, I mean, there you see right through what the dimensions are. You see right through what you thought you were scared of when you were scared of the spirit interactions. They are now expanding, and they're coming to you in a different, comforting way. So it's definitely a lot changing, where your mind is, when it was from here, is going to here. So almost it's shifting in gears, because now the gears are wider than you really thought they were, and then we're finishing off that King of Pentacles. Like I said, King energy, Leo energy. So it's just, you have passed so much, and you are definitely doing your thing. Just like I said, it's a new you. This is an evolved you. This is the rebirth you. You have been reprogrammed. You have been refreshed. This is what happened. Now, for your overall, we're going to get the themes for the overall messages for the month of October for you. And the first card we got is Serpent on Fire. Then I say a lot of fire elements. Yeah, we have the the King of Pentacles at the end. Yeah, you're gonna be grounded when when you have that fire element like there's no other. You're pretty much gonna be grounded. There shouldn't be no problem really with grounding yourself. You know how to ground yourself back up. Wow. So, Serpent on Fire. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful than you have been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis help you now. We also have the Spirit of Isis card that has popped out for October for you guys for group 3. Beloved Initiate. There are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. We also have the Temple of Carnelian. Now, Spirit of Isis and Temple of Carnelian are being worked on right now. It's happening. The transition is happening. So even if it's not Isis, we're talking about whatever you believe in, Mother Mary, whoever. She sees you. The mother sees all and she sees you. We have the Temple of Carnelian. It is time to trust in your own boldness and courage, taking risk and feel true to your heart, and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive, embodied in more of yourself, even if not always comfortable, are going to help you live the life you were born to live. So this spiritual journey, it's not a game. And you know this is not a game. You see how much you can obtain so easily. You know what I'm saying? We also have the Chariot. The last card we have is Chariot of Ascension, Merkaba. So this was also reversed. This is also happening right now. A spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul journey. Take your time to develop and practice your chosen spiritual discipline regularly. This will help you grow in power and grace, anchoring the spiritual light within the body of your soul. You tell me that doesn't line up. You are opening up. And most of you, you never know what you could be. You could be becoming a high priest or a high priestess, a king, a pastor, a priest. There is a lot of spiritual aspects going on here. You could be going to church more. You could be talking to pastors more. You're talking to more spiritual people more. But you're also, at the same time, you're not going by word just completely. You're also going by the books, going by the facts and the understanding. So, you will have a tough time with your ego as well. With the Magician here, you will have a tough time understanding what you are doing is not wrong or what you're doing is not right. So basing a lot is going to be a lot of basing and breaking down and undoing like a Rubik's Cube. It's just a journey that you guys are going to be ready to take on. You might not feel like you're not ready, but you're definitely ready because just look at everything around you. Soon you will be having more connections with the spiritual realm as well. It's definitely coming into the prime. Halloween's coming up too. So, I would say don't get scared, but don't be surprised, So group 3, hope you guys enjoyed. And, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys later.